Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be foundation and concealer and priming the face 101, and I'm going to be showing you guys what I do for that, and then I'm going to be showing in a different video contour, then blush, then eyebrows, and step by step into building your makeup look for those beginners out there. And I'm super excited, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to prime my face. Primer helps fill in some of those pores that you might have, and it makes your face a little more even. So when you put on the foundation and the concealer, it goes on evenly and you don't see a lot of like the pores and stuff that you have, and you can see like where the foundation would like seep into that. So that's what primer does. And for that, I'll be using the Luminizer primer from Dr. Brandt. And another option for primer would be the Miss A primer, which I had, but I do not see. But you can find all different primers from all different brands, and then you can just try them and see what you like. But for me, I did Ipsy for a while, and that is a subscription service for beauty products. And when I did that, I received this and have been using it since, and I really like it. But first you want to wash your hands, which I've already done that, so we're good to go. So I just use my fingers, and I get about that much of primer, and then rub it in between my two fingers here. And then I just work that into my skin. I do a lot of the T-zone is where I put most of my primer, because that is where I'm really oily and have most of my pores. And so I just go ahead and do that. And then once you've done your primer, that's when you can do foundation and concealer. And another step that you would do before that is any color correcting. So you would use like this green, I use NYX Studio Photogenic Concealer. And it is CW12. And this is just a color correctant. I'll use it today. I don't really think I need it, but I'll use it just to show you guys. I put the tiniest little bit on my pimples or red spots, so that way it's easy to blend in. If you put a lot, you're going to be able to see the green. So for that, I actually just use the bottom of my beauty blender, and I just pat that in real good and make sure it's blended really well, because if not, you're going to be able to see the green. You won't see like straight up green spot, but you'll see like a little green tint to your foundation, and you don't want that. Okay, so now that that's blended in 100%, right, so now that we've done the color correcting, we're going to go ahead and do the foundation. And since you do the foundation first, it creates that foundation for you to put your concealer on top of. So I'm going to do the foundation first, and typically I have like the really fair shades. I'm using Claire Light Ivory color from the Sephora brand, and this works pretty well. I mean, it's pretty nice packaging at that too. It looks really nice. So I just take that out, and then personally I just, since it's a pump, I put a little bit on my beauty blender, and then I put it little dots all over to kind of spread it all out. And then I go in after and then blend that all in. So I start with just a little bit, otherwise you're gonna look really cakey. So just start by blending that in. And my beauty blender is wet right now. I forgot to say that earlier, but when your beauty blender is wet, it just makes things go a lot easier. So then you just want to blend that all in. And if you need to add more, add more. I have work later today, so I'm just going to stay with like a really light foundation. Next, you want to go in with concealer, any spots that you may have that you want to cover up, and then underneath your eyes, nose, whatever. I use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And then I put like 2 dots underneath my eyes, and then if I have any little spots, I just hit those real quick. Typically there's just a few spots on my forehead, and then I do my chin, my nose, and then underneath my eyes. But you always want to do underneath your eyes, because that'll make your face look like you're awake basically. And then I just pat that in, and then I go in with the foundation brush. I just use it for concealer. Like you can see that it's not like blended in all the way. I just pat that in a little bit, and then I take a big fluffy brush. This is a powder brush actually. And then I just blend that in. And then these are the easy things that just go all over your face. So now that we have that and everything, we are, if you do powder, which is the baking technique, you do it here and here, like right above what your jawline would be, if I'm not mistaken. I will just be using the Kat Von D Lock It setting powder, translucent color, for today's baking, just to show you guys a little bit of that. I'm not big into baking. It's okay. So I just put a little bit of setting powder, and I'll put that in the corresponding areas, but I don't think I do like the baking technique where you leave it on there while you do like your eye makeup or whatever. I just kind of set that in so that way the foundation and concealer stays. So I do that on my cheekbones right here, above my jawline right here, and then I do a little bit on my forehead because my forehead gets oily throughout the day, and then I just pat that down into my nose. So that is today's video. That is everything. That is, you got your foundation, your concealer, your primer, and setting powder all in one video, and that is your base of everything for Foundation Concealer 101. So that'd be setting your face. And next video is gonna be concealer, blush, eyebrows, and then y'all have seen my various eye makeup looks on YouTube already, so you just click one of those and then you'll be able to see based off of what kind of eye look you are going off of. So but I will be doing some beginner friendly eye makeup looks for you guys, and so for those of you who are starting in the makeup area, then you have a good set video of someone who's doing like step by step, and you can see what all you're supposed to do. I didn't watch those that much when I started, just kind of start putting things on my face, and I used beginner friendly makeup at that too. So any recommendations for that would be like makeup little mini palettes, because typically like in this one it shows you right here makeup look, so you can get some of those. They have them at Sephora, they have like all these different ones, and then pretty much any makeup brand has them, so you guys can look into that as well. But that is it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal, and I'll see you guys for next week's video.